Hello. My name is Pangolin. I am recording some games here. Uh, our play group has decided to do what is possibly the most overly ambitious tournament I can imagine. We're going to, and we didn't even come up with a name for it. They called, but I'm going to call it the Comprehensive Cup because the format of this tournament is it's a play all 50 with a potential tiebreaker at game 51 of two players where each civ can only be played once. So the idea is you'll get to play every single civ. Uh, some additional information that I'll have for you is the map pool has Arabia in game one, then in game five, and every 5 games after that. There's a map pool of 10 maps, which is it's a pretty standard. Let me pull up what that map pool is real quick. Uh, it is Hideout, Arena, Nomad, Black Forest, Four Lakes, Acropolis, Valley, Wolf Hill, uh, African Clearing, and Isthmus. And I believe that they reset every 10 maps. They get to add some additional ones. We'll see. We'll have to see if we get how far we get. But the idea is that you'll have a bunch of different maps to play on. It's not just a pure Arabia, and we'll go from there. Um, So Ranzun and SML are both about 1400 to 1500 at any given time. So just be aware of what you're going to see. But they've consistently showed up with good games in the past. So we're going to go ahead and watch that. So we'll start us off on Arabia and game one here is SML with the Khitans. We'll start it off. SML with the Khitans and Ranzun with the Magyars, which is an interesting starting set. I'm not surprised with the Khitan pick for SML. He tends to be playing a lot of Khitans for early scout pressure. I don't know that we'll see any Cav Archers. I think we're going to see mostly Cavalry, so maybe some Step Lancers. Ranzun is playing the Magyars, so presumably Scout Rush there. He does play some of that, so we should have these are fairly familiar civs. Going to have an early scout war. It should be in terms of a matchup that you'd want to anticipate. Khitans versus Magyars is definitely a battle of the scouts, where Magyars can get their free damage upgrade and can get bloodlines, but Khitans get double damage on here. So depending on if it ends up in a scout war, depending on if the bloodlines comes in for Ranzun, and if that doesn't happen, then it's just a matter of like free upgrade versus paid upgrade, but double effect on the Khitans. Now, Khitans obviously have the big eco everybody's familiar with. It has gotten a nerf, but it is still very formidable. So we'll have to see if the Magyars that don't have a specific bonus other than the cost of the scouts are going to be able to keep up with that. So we're going to look at the early game. Pretty standard play so far from everybody. We've got some migrating around here. In terms of map, Ranzun, so this could be like very annoying. With the stone, the gold right on the front of the hill. He is very exposed. All of his golds are front up here, are front loaded. Like this is not managed. This is pretty far away past a wood line with a hill directly behind it. Hill directly here. Hill directly here. This is a interesting gen for Ranzun. That could be, if there's enough pressure coming down, he could have a lot of difficulty keeping control of any of his gold. SML has a bit of more of a has a very back gold, has a back main gold, and a side gold, very manageable, very wallable right up here in the front to keep stuff off. I mean, this is like even not the worst to try and keep this walled up. He's got actually a very compact base. He can wall across here, and then just run something over here. This is a little bit messier. Ranzun's is very open to the front. I don't know how you go up to here and you run across and you're playing really hard into this corner. We'll see. I anticipate that we're going to see some decent walls going up. And we'll probably proceed deep, at least deep into Castle Age. I think we're going to have an even scout fight, and then they're going to proceed to Castle and have it really duke it out. So we'll really see what's going on here. Let's see. So this is his vision. So he's mostly just doing scouting, and here's Ranzun's. He's pulling in the extra boar. So they're mostly focusing on gathering their resources. getting their boars in, making sure that their eco is up, trying to minimize that idle time. Close res collection, so no fatal mistakes at this point. Or not fatal, that may be over dramatic. But we're going to really see what happens here. I'm looking forward to these. I have spectated many of these games before, just casually when you play them, and the vast majority of them end up very close, very good. They're not necessarily dissimilar players. There's no pure chaos player. It's not like there's a chaos player and then a very rigid player. They both can play. They both tend to play fairly boomy with a lot of feudal aggression. So like there's feudal aggression, but they like when there's gaps, they transition into dropping additional TCs. I don't see a lot of all-ins out of them. It can't happen. If anything, they both like to occasionally play heavy drush into man-at-arms. Like that could come down. I don't think we'll see that here. Magyars can do that. Like they can exert a lot of pressure if they pick up foraging and their free foraging and just like go in. Okay, so we see this. So, yep, he's playing across this wall. He's going to wall across and just, like, play defensively here. Oh, that spell's going to lose a scout. Oh, no! And see, that is surprisingly costly in this battle. We'll see what happens here if he's going to end up. So he sees the barracks. We're going to have to see. Yeah, you should be able to get some scouting intel. There's a running joke that for a long time Ranzun would consistently inadvertently run directly onto the TC, like queue up scouting locations, and literally the first place he would run is like straight into the TC. Fortunately, he saw the other information, so he is skirting definitely around that TC. He's gonna see this backwood line, and then he's gonna know, okay, well, I've got some vulnerability here. SML is starting to wall up. He's got this front section, so we see double bid X, so nothing crazy here. We've got a house going up. I assume we're going to see as soon as he's got the resources, he's going to drop a stable. It's kind of a bummer that he is dropping another house when that would have gotten him basically to a stable right away. I think that would have been worth idling temporarily. Oh, I would have liked here and here, but that's okay. What can you do? It'll be fine against scouts. I don't think we're going to see a lot of pressure here. Yep, stable coming down for SML. Nice thing is as a result, we're going to see pretty similar scout production times just because of that slight delay. We just saw a scout start to get produced out of the SML stable. As you can see, these wall ups are going to be pretty good. Now with the damage they do, you know, 4 scouts that win a fight can probably plink away at any of these corners, down a hill. They can be scary, like they can do things. So that it's not like out of the question that they could still punch through and get some aggression out. But I think that we're going to end up with like 3-4 scouts on each side, a couple spears, and it's going to be a lot of dancing, looking for picks, and nobody's going to get this. As you see, SML is over here. Oh, he's going to like, I'm going to hit you. I'm not as afraid of you, Magyar Scout, which you should be very afraid of the Magyar Scout. All right. So the first fight coming in down a hill. This is like, I think that's a downhill. Yep. Okay. Ooh, jeez. Okay. So one scout goes down. That's a downhill hit for the scout, or for the Vil. He's pulling it back. He's trying to get this. Vil still is getting downhill hits. He's going to clear this scout up. And the Magyar with that damage bonus, like he can chase that down. Oh, I would have gone for that. I think you get the kill, right? Yep. Like he would have. Oh no, sorry. He has 0 melee, so it would have been a trade, unless you can get a downhill. He's got the scout back here. This is going to get walled up. I don't think that they're going to get in and prevent anything. We can see 3 scouts here. We had 2 scouts, 2 spears for SML. So pretty standard play. And you can really see their food ecos are starting to get big. 13 on food for SML, 15 for Ranzun, who is going to have probably less need. SML should have less need. These things are probably just good enough. These pastures are good enough that, like, I think that you can do it with, like, 14 up? Oh, he's going to 16 right away. Now then gold. So we are looking like we're going to transition straight into Castle Age, and then we're going to probably see knights and steps. Khitans obviously can't play knights; they can only play steps. We should see steps, or we should see knights out of our Magyar player. You see the scouts over here, just sort of looking around, trying to figure out what's going on. There's still the spear here. Forging coming in for SML, so he's decided to get that upgrade. That is interesting. I wonder if he's actually thinking he's going to be able to pressure on this. That seems, with losing 2 scouts essentially, without any, because he's down 2 scouts, his starting and his secondary. I don't know how good that commit is right now. I guess you're going to get it anyways, but it might mess up your timing, especially with Ranzun. Ranzun's going for wheelbarrow. He's got enough food in the bank. He should be pretty darn close to going up here, I don't think, unless these 2 are coming back here. He's got the arch range going up right away. So is he anticipating he's going to put down some skirms? Is he going to do that in feudal still? So that he can deal with, he's thinking, I'm going to deal with the spears right away. I don't see anything queued right now. Magyars do get really quite adequate crossbow. I think they actually get full arbalest upgrades. I don't think that they're missing anything. Let's look. Yeah, they're not missing anything. So they could you could run archers. I don't know how much I'd want to run archers against like a bunch of steps. Maybe that's good. I mean, you'd have to get mass. I think these are going to be skirms. I think he's going to go knights with skirms. Ranzun's clicked up. SML should not be too far behind. He has less on gold, though. He's got a really heavy dedication to food, so I guess that maybe he's just going to put a little bit more into food. And this is where, like, these guys are going to be able to hit stuff really good. I would have liked to find a downhill, like right here. Or this is flat, too. Like, to try and get through here. Because they're just going to chop. Even if it was just the gate. Like, the gate's going to be more of a pain in the butt to repair. I think the gates... Do the gates have less armor now? I'm trying to remember. They're 2+4 compared to 2+5. So they are a little... They're the same melee. Okay, so we see the spear out of Ranzun, which is fine. He's building some spears. He can click up. He's clicked up now. Oh, another loss here. But yeah, he's going to get that clear up, which makes sense. Did he miss these geese? Ranzun must have missed the geese that were back here. I could have swore they were pretty easy to find. But SML is bogarting these. You can see Ranzun doing the same, trying to knock through here. He's going for the house. I would have probably gone for a palisade, but I suppose it's more difficult to try and get somebody to wall around this. Okay, we got another fight here, trying to get this gate open. Oh, and the spear's back. That's some hits on those poor bloodlineless scouts. Okay, so Ranzun is up to Castle Age with less time, with a good minute and a half. So he's going to be able to put some pressure down here. Did he actually pick up bloodlines? He did pick up bloodlines. So his scouts are going to be a little more formidable. He's also going to be building in, yeah, he's going in a cav archer. He's just going cav archer right off the bat, which is good. The Magyars get the 25% bonus in terms of training speed for cavalry archers. So you can mass them very quickly. Khitans also have their own bonus in that they can make the heavy cavalry archer upgrade is available in Castle Age and it is minus 50%. So they can, they could probably be pretty good as well. Without bloodlines, they're going to have more trouble. But it's not the end of the world, especially if you can get that mass going. You see armor and everything going in here. I have a feeling we're going to see steps. We still got like scout cavalry queued. He's going to get light cav upgrade. I would assume with this many scouts, you're going to want light cav. Second TC coming down for Ranzun on this northern gold. Pretty standard. We see the cav archers starting to come out. They're getting bodkin now. Since I know and play with these guys enough, I would say that one of the vulnerabilities is when playing cav archers, which Ranzun does not play cav archers all that often, that he has a tendency to not pick up thumb ring, which is very, like, it's expensive, but it's also really good because of the accuracy increase in the fire rate for cavalry archers. So he tends to wait a little while on that. So we'll see if he manages to pick that up. I mean, like, and it really depends on how long it is. Oh, we see Scorps coming out, which is good for that. I don't know. I think that he's still going to be able to punch through here, and then we're going to have some cav archers in this eco. Some little walls up to try and make him run under TC. That's difficult. Okay. So he does pick a Vil here. We see the light cav come back around here. These are +1 armor light cav. Khitans, but they do have the +4 attack already. So they're not slouches at all. Oh man, they just mowed down that poor spearman. So we see this. I mean, this is not optimal, but like at least the light cavalry do a lot of damage. Okay, these scouts actually get away, which is funny. I don't know if how much they were going to be able to trade. We do see a bit of a mass here. So it's just a couple scouts a couple knights, and some cav archers here for Ranzun. He's sort of switching into this eco. I would assume we're going to get a third town center pretty soon. That's just the way I expect. With these resources, we're going to see another one come down. Maybe he's going to drop out here on the stone or something. I would guess it's more likely he goes back here. We do see a second on the main gold here. SML's base has plenty of room back here for farming eco, which he doesn't necessarily need with these awesome pastures. All right, lots of pressure here. We see camels, which are a good selection that Khitans can play there. They are, the nice thing about the camels in Castle Age is 6+2 is normally what you get for a typical camel, like with upgrades, but because of the double bonus, the Khitan camels, even though they have no bloodlines, are 6+4. So they are like in terms of non-bonus units, they still are dealing 10 damage, which is pretty formidable. Against Magyars, you could be potentially seeing knights that were like 10 damage, but obviously they are 10+2s because of the instant upgrade. But that does give them some options to sort of deal with this. The bigger issue would be is these cav archers if they continue to mass. We got some monks coming here. He's got 13 on the field. They are like, oh, they're just taking, so like this is like, he didn't see this patrol and is doing this. Oh, look at this. He must have found the geese they couldn't get back in because it's all walled up. So the geese are also on their way back. Are the scorpions going to claim that? Yeah, well, I think the cav archer did. So we see a decent sized mass here. Pike coming in for Ranzun, who's like, okay, I see steps, I see camels. Steps with enough, and SML is going for, has the 2 Scorps, has a monk going out. Looks like, I'm not sure what he's going to do. It looks like he's just trying to boom right now. Where are we going to get another TC? Oh no, he sold. He's dropping out here. He blew up this. That's a bummer. Blew up his market, but he's going up to drop the TC out there. Try and stay in here. In terms of eco, it's 58 to 60, super even on that. Or in terms of res collected, we have Ranzun in a slight lead. Nothing too heavy. And these, honestly, the pastures over time are gonna keep him very much in the game. What do we got here? Let's see. So they are sort of hanging out, doing things. This is where definitely we're going to see, I think we're going to see TC3 out of Ranzun. He's got 28 on wood. He's going to have the wood for it in just a second anyways. But he is continuing to mass, or he at least is replenishing his cav archers. I think he's getting all of his, he doesn't have upgrades on the knights. So, but like, that's not really problematic for the most part. I guess it's good. Ranzun already has wheelbarrow, so that's part of the reason that this eco's up. SML is picking up his wheelbarrow, so he is a little bit behind in villagers. We can see that the idle time for Ranzun is actually higher, but that's because he's had his TCs up a little earlier. Nope, that camel just needlessly dies. That's kind of a bummer. So I wonder, oh, rocket carts for here. If he lands a big shot, that could be really good. The steps are really going to be really handy dandy. My concern is that with that rocket cart, running them in, if that rocket cart decides to land a splash on the steps, they're very fragile. Oh, we see the cav archers going back for this TC. Are they going to take a shot? He's going to protect those, right? They go into the TC, take a few shots at the Cav archers. Nothing crazy. This monk is trying to get the heck out of here. He should have been trying to go in. Steps coming up. He does have full upgrades on the steps right now. So the steps are capable of taking this fight, potentially. You see Pike out here harassing. A lot of push. So very even, equal eco count and everything like that. Oop, I don't know where that conversion was. Probably dead center. Oh, it was a it was on the Pike. Oh, see, this is like, okay, you don't want to necessarily take that without that mass. He's doing the stutter step, trying to pick kills. Oh, he's gonna kill the last Pike. Is he gonna kill that Pike, and then he can just like kill he like with no upgrades? Oh my god, that splash. Okay. This Pike is still getting hits in on here. This is brutal. Oh my god, that rocket cart, what is he doing? The madman. He's hitting his own steps. So they do clear up the there is at least a clear up of the Knights and Pikes temporarily. The Cav Archer mass still continues. Scorpions still are there, which is like, that's fine. Oh, you see this castle on this hill. Okay, so this is going to be a testament of how well can this massed army hold this hill. When he figures this out, like, is he going to be on the hill? Let's see, like, oh god, the rocket cart just hitting that. Oh, he canceled that out. Okay, so for another TC going down over here on the stone. We do see SML here. He's at 82 as compared to 83 as compared to 80. So we're not exactly super far apart in terms of what he sees here. He's got pretty good vision of the map in general. He's got some outposts. They are pretty good about throwing out outposts. I like this light cab hanging out back here by this relic. Ranzun was trying to pick up relics, but I don't think he got. I think he got one. So that control is good. Okay, so yellow. Oh, here we go. Okay, so there's a giant army here for Ranzun. We have a castle trying to come forward for both for SML. I don't know if you could take this fight. This is pretty. Those are pretty small amounts of. Oh boy. So that. I think that army's going to get cleaned up, and this is going to. He canceled that forward castle, but he's got this. Ranzun's got this defensive castle back on the hill with the stone, so he's going to have a good front and everything. He's got a good mass. You can see that the army is much better for Ranzun. He's still got a lot of momentum. So now he's looking. He's like, okay, I can throw scouts. I can throw pikes away. Who cares? And it's just worth it to like harass and start poking. So he gets in there, just like makes it known. Oh, I'm on the front foot. We see castle come up for our Khitan player. Lao Daos are coming out, which should be. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember. Do they have like really good pierce or not? I don't remember off the top of my head. But they will do. I think they do pretty good against knights, and definitely would do fine against monks if they can close the distance. And pikes, they're going to chop up. So we still have steps coming out for SML. He is at 103 villagers to 90 for Ranzun. So like that eco is catching up. He's holding his ground. This is where I think we're gonna see. He's still on stone. He's got 10 on stone. I think we're gonna see like another castle land out here maybe, and we're gonna be looking at an imp game for sure. You can see that content to keep this mass. I would have liked to see like up here, like if these cav archers. Oh boy, are these cav archers like if you can? This is like the third time a castle is gone queued, and then it's like, oh, we need to get out of here. So he's gonna wait on that. He's gonna play. Oh, he's gonna play black a little bit more. I think he's content to. I mean, what do these guys have? Well, they have only 1+1, so they are not very good, and these guys are just gonna get mowed down. They're getting chased off. So SML going up to Imperial, as is Ranzun. They are very close on times. As you can see, this is what I'm talking about, where we're like SML's up Vils because of this eco, but is down a bunch of army. You can see Ranzun is really just pumping out the units, but their up times are going to be within a couple seconds of each other, as they both have that intuition to move up to Imp together. We'll see. Let's see. Here's the question. What do you know? Might be a good upgrade missing from our delightful cav archers that you have 24 of that are almost like, man, this feels like he's gonna pick up recurve. Is he going to go back and actually get Thumb Ring? I don't know. It's pretty late in the game for, like, I don't know if he'll realize it. We see some knights coming forward on this side. They might be able to get through, but we do have, there's a monk here, and the steps should be able to clear this up if they get, oh yeah, see, they're not paying attention, so the steps are going to be able to poke, 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 poke. Poke, 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 poke. Ah, step lancers. They're fragile, but they do a good amount of damage. All right, so we're going to see a treb come out of here. Where are we getting trebs out of? I don't see a treb yet. I would assume we're going to see one queued very quickly for SML with the idea of, like, I'm going to put some pressure down, especially with this additional castle being dropped out here. I don't know if how much I like this castle. It really doesn't pressure anything. It could have been up on this hill. And you could lock off stone. I'm pretty sure he has vision of that, right? Yeah. He could have gone up there and dropped it on the stone and at least exerted a little more pressure. I think he's more content of he's going to try and focus on just like building a big mass and play around it. He's building trebs. So he's got a treb out and another one on the way. He's going to be looking to try and push this down with a fight, which is going to be difficult. We do have elite step coming in, last armor coming in for SML. So these are going to be fairly formidable step lancers, but I don't know if he has the mass right now. He has 17 with another 5 on the way. You see a big push here. We've even got mangonels. I'm not sure what the mangonel intention is. There's not like a ton of stuff that is super good at that. I'm not sure. You see armor coming in here. Okay, so our steps are taking another fight against these knights. Now, the steps are going to do pretty good against those knights. I mean, granted, they are +4 knights, +4 attack knights, but the knights are still missing, are only feudal upgrade armors right now, so nothing too crazy. Let's see. So he does pick up, he's got ballistics, he's got chemistry, he's got, he doesn't have a recurve bow or anything yet. Both the Magyars. Ooh, oh, Steps in the back line just chopping up this eco. I didn't notice this. So this is where Steps do a great job, is they can just terminate an entire wood line here. We see a wall up. We see pikes coming back here. So if these guys get out of here, that'll be a pretty big pickup for him. We can see that SML loves the boom, so if he can live long enough, he'll have a bunch of eco. So like his objective is to just like keep units rolling. This is getting to be a pretty scary mass here. We see a ton of resources done for Ranzern, which, I mean, he can definitely pick up. I believe he can pick up, what is it? Recurve 600, 400. Like, he could pick up Recurve right now. But maybe that's not his intent. Maybe actually he's going to go Cavalier. Oh, we see Cavalier here. I guess that's fine. I feel like that's okay. So this is SML doing what SML does, is when you don't control, like when he's playing this like egg shape really focused on the center, he understands he has a ton of eco. He's got 51 on farms, which means he's producing an absolute boatload of food with the Khitans, like an absurd amount of food. And so his answer is, I'm going to build these back and I'm going to just step lancer into the back. And by the time you realize, like, this is the thing, like he sees this, right? Is he gonna, oh, he's actually going to be able to stop this castle too? He does see that castle. So like he's gonna have he's gonna have light cav, he's gonna have, and probably eventually Hussar. But like that delay on that castle is really important here. We still see this repair coming down. Big fight here. Steps going in as much as he can. Liao Dao taking the fight, coming in from this side as well. I mean, they're gonna clear up these trebs. It's gonna be a pretty messy battle. But like the trebs are gonna go down. Does he have arson already that he's going to be able to push this? He doesn't have arson, so it's not like he's going to be chopping that down. Another treb comes out and gets massacred. What a big swing. We see this here. And I think part of that is like this constant push. Ranzern down to 85 vills, 100 population. This is a lot of pressure. And now we see the trebs coming. So that slow play of like, we're going to just mend this castle. He doesn't even finish fixing it. And now he's like, okay. I killed the army that was the big threat. And now harassing the crap out of this backline. Like, this castle's not going up. There's still a step standing there. This is a lot of pressure. So now I wouldn't be surprised. He doesn't have the stone for it, but I know he probably is like, I would like to put a castle right back there. So we see steps running in. Ranzern is trying to damage control at this point. There's so many openings. Steps and light cav do enough damage that I mean, the halbs will clear them up, for sure. But like this is a matter of everything is not sealed up right now, and everything's very porous. Like this is exposed if these cav archers don't clear up. He's at 81 vills, so I assume yeah he can't. He has a crazy amount of stone, but he has no vills to come forward and push that. SML's getting pushed off that forward gold by a bunch of halbs. I don't know if you're going to be able to get that up. We'll see. We see this a Treb just like knocking down this, probably trying to be like, oh okay, the step's already in there, just murdering villagers though. Now Ranzun does have 3 TCs, so it's not like it's impossible for him to get back into the eco. He's at half the vills though is the problem, and I wonder what are these guys gonna come do. Like, Halb's not bad here. I would say that like he's missing. Remember, he doesn't get an upgrade, and he needs like if you're gonna do this, you need potentially just pick up arson. It's pretty cheap. It's like 75. What is that like? 75.50 or something silly. 75.25. It's absolutely nothing. Pick that up. We see Corvinian army come in. I guess that's okay. Like I mean that works. He does have only 1 castle. Magyar Hussars are good at like they're for a free gold essentially gold trash unit as with all the different groups that do that, they're like consistently pretty good, and like against Khitans they might have a lot of difficulty. Like they don't really want to be fighting just that level of superior Hussar. No bloodlines. The Magyar Hussars are a little tougher, but without the production behind it, he's gonna have he does have 2 castles, so he's gonna start putting out Magyar Hussars. And even then you can just like trade into the Lao Dais, which are or the Liao Daos. I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay, Step's still pushing here. I think SML, he's coming for this. He's coming for a town center way in the back. He's going to take one of the secondary golds that Ranzun never picked up. Ranzun's only a 6 on gold, which is like, I don't even know where it is. Can we click this? I don't even remember. So that's like difficult. I don't know. He's like clearing up this at all. I mean, just leave pikes there and just keep pressing. Okay, so he does notice this. The Magyar Hussars are coming over. They're like, I don't want this to happen. Let's see if they can actually clear this stuff fast enough. I don't know if they can kill those fast enough to stop the TC. Oh, yeah, probably. We see the pressure. All these tribes are forward here. And Ranzun is, I think, too far in the back foot. I think he's going to lose his castle here. He's going to probably just be out pretty soon. This is a lot of constant flood pressure. It's not like everything is like super welled up back here out of SML, but it's the thing where he gets that eco going and it's like taking the fight. I mean, that fight didn't look as good as it was. I would guess it's the infantry coming out of the north that was really influential. That second swing of like 20 infantry. Okay, so he's going for the snipe. So those like Cavalier will do okay clearing up this. Like, that's fine. Are you gonna kill the other Treb? At least the Treb's like, you lost your town center, you lost your castle. It does postpone that. We have a castle coming up here, which will keep them off the gold. We see Halb's doing the Halb things. So this is a vulnerability that I feel like Ranzun, but like in general, people do. We don't have squires, we don't have arson for somebody who, has been playing infantry, but like Ranzun is like actually in Halb now and is going to want to be in Halb. And like you should just be picking up arson. It's so cheap, and then like when you have these backs, like he did kill them with the infantry, so like he's doing it, but it becomes much more of a threat just in general. That if SML puts stuff forward, right? Like if you're here, that just like Halbs just chop down pastures. So we see the trash coming forward. This is potentially where we could see come back in. I think that SML cleared some of his vills. Oh, it's because he lost some up here. He lost a bunch up here. So he cleared out some vills. But Ranzun is now back at, he's still getting attacked by these steppe lancers. But he is at, 70. He's still at 70. I shouldn't say back. He looked like he was going to be hanging in there a little better. We see another fight here. The Magyar Hussars are not a match for steppe lancers in general, especially that massively elite steppe lancers. So we see the steppe lancers come forward. I like the vills just are like This is where I've always been, and I will continue to be. We see another castle. He's going to be up to 3 castles, so he's going to potentially... He does have a lot of food. He has decent wood. Like, he has decent... Like, I don't know if he can counter mass here. Oh, we see Halb's just, like... So, the Lao Diao... Dao, I don't know. These long, big sword guys. See, they're elite, and that's the whole thing that I'm talking about. Like, you can get those, too. Castle coming down here on this hill that we've been tussling over multiple times. The Halbs are going to at least stand here temporarily and try and take out more units. These are like this is the whole thing, is as long as that eco gets going. Oh, Ranzuan's eco, he's not keeping up with production right now. His bills, he's at 69. He's queuing up some more right now. But that could be the dilemma, that if he doesn't have enough... I don't know. Is this going to be like, is he going to kill all the skirms, and then is he actually going to be able to pressure this? Nope. He's there now with all those hussars running in. It was a delightful 7+4 hussars. So with Khitans not having the last damage upgrade, obviously they end up very similar to... They just look like Blast Furnace. They're like essentially free Blast Furnace and end up 7+4, no bloodlines. So they're not like spectacular hussars. They do train really fast through the Khitan bonus, but I think part of it is just this big eco. His eco number is going to be, you can see he's up 20,000 resources generated at this point. SML is being judicious with his creation though. Like, he's still hanging in this with a relatively small eco. We're gonna see, like, I would assume he wants to try and stop this. Now the question is, he's got Trebs. Question is if can he get enough Magyar... Oh, but this is going to actually go down. Can he get enough Magyar Hussars to actually to like win some fights? I mean, I just think that's not enough, unfortunately. I mean, they do pretty good. I think we're going to probably see the good GG in a minute here. I think he just doesn't have enough eco to go around, and he's about to lose this gold on the front. Oh, we see the mess of... the miners coming forward and are like, yeah, and then this is going to disappear right away as these Trebs knock it down in 2 hits. So, maybe a little overly ambitious, but SML is looking like, I think he's pretty much out of gold. I mean, what are we looking at for gold on the map? Okay, almost out of stone, 3,000 gold left on the map. Is this like most of the gold? There's 2,000 here. Where's the other gold? Where's the stone? I assume it's just like kind of up in a corner somewhere, huh? Where's the remaining gold? We'll figure it out. His Thunder TC's gone as well. Like, he's got Halbs and stuff like that. He's still at 70 villagers. It's just not going to be able to keep up with this big eco, and I think everything is going down. Look at this messy fight. I mean, the Halbs are, as you can see, the KD is actually in Ranzan's advantage, where he's getting the kills against the skirmishers and the pike, skirmishers and the hussar pretty well. Oh, he's gonna clear this. Jeez. We got another TC. I guess he's not giving up on this. He still has two castles. He's gonna have 2 TCs. I would say build like... The question is who wins this? I think that in the late game, so Khitans get the full upgrades, right? They get full upgrades on archers. So with the skirms, are these skirmishers unupgraded? They are unupgraded. Okay. Well, he's been building skirmishers for a while. He probably wants to actually click that. Did he lose his blacksmith at some point? Maybe that's what it is. Let's see. Nope, it's there. Oh, there's Fletching coming in. Okay. He's like, he must have heard me in retrospect, and he's like, you know what? I actually do need this very good tech. So he should be able to, like he has good late game. The Magyars have great late game, right? But I do wonder who wins this. Like, Halb production is important. We don't have Halb out of Khitans. The Magyars, so their Magyar trash is the the Corvinian army Magyar Hussars, which are going to be better than regular Hussars, and they have extra HP because of the bloodlines. The Halbs are missing the last armor upgrade, but like SML does not get Halb. So I feel like this might be a Magyar advantage late game. If he can actually force this to late game, I mean, we're down to 2,000 gold on the map. So SML's getting this with the long collect, the huge long collect. Oh my god. I don't think you realized that went down. Halb's here to clear this up. SML gonna try, or Ransom gonna try and reclaim that. I really do wonder where the other gold is, because that can't be all this, or is this all of it now? 1,500 there. Okay, so there is something. There's another tile somewhere. I have no idea. I would assume maybe SML doesn't have it collected or something. Oh, it's right here. It's forward in here. So he is getting this. So Ranzun is picking that up right there. You see again, Hussars coming down here. Ranzun at least is sort of walled up. I would like to see, you know, if you're going to do that, just wall up here so he doesn't run in. Which he's going to do. He's like, okay, I'll go into eco. I see that. I'll go in. Ranzun picking up, so Ranzun, like, Ranzun still didn't have the last armor on here. Not that there was a huge risk with those skirmishers not having upgrade. Like, it's not a huge deal. Ranzun up to 85 mils, although he's about to lose some here, I think. I think that's a good chance that he's going to lose this here. SML would love to keep him off of wood. Like, that's going to just generally keep him off of Hussar, or keep him off of Halb. Ruin the rest of the eco. A lot of Vills dying again. You see just like this Hussar pressure every which way. And we got... Oh, there's the GG. Okay. Game 1 goes to SML with the Khitans over the Magyars. As expected, it was a very even game. My god, look at this. Look at the blobs that the pastures make on the map. It's glorious. It's just so yellow. So pretty much what we expected. I'm actually kind of surprised on the Cav Archers out of Ranzun. I think that he might have been better off just going pure knight, just based off of his comfort level. We did get a nice post-imp battle. We saw the goofy... They both are like, hey, I'm ahead and I'm pushing. I'm going to drop this castle. And so we should be able to anticipate a lot of these castles where it's like they both drop a castle on the same hill. Like, I guarantee you we're going to see at least a couple of those where it's going to be like cat here, and then they all of a sudden both appear like on top of each other and they tussle over it. We saw they were pretty close before. SML did a good job of continuing to harass this forward. It was like, hey, I'll distract you heavily. It did a lot of damage to the eco that Ranzun never really recovered from. I would have liked if you were going to, like, when you see that, you know that Khitans are not going to necessarily be out sieging you. I would have liked to see like a stone wall across and just like, I'm going to hold this up because you can potentially win this push. He did stonewall eventually, some of this, but just the ability of SML to run in and harass was really hard without your eco. As discussed, I think Magyars potentially win that late game. We did see exactly what I anticipated. I look like a prophet, where I was talking about useful techs that are relatively relatively cheap. Arson, squires just did not show up. We didn't see bracer. Like, we didn't have fletching until super late over here on this. When he was fielding skirms, like, I mean, is it on the list? He doesn't have it on the list. I wonder what the actual stat was there. We should look at the but like, and then I believe Ranzun also no thumb ring. Like, he didn't stay in Cav Archer that long, but like thumb ring would have been important. He did not get bracer, so you could like get that mask, get recurve. He had a point where he had a big army that I think if he bracered recurved right there and thumb ring, like those 3 upgrades, you don't even need to get a heavy cavalry archer right away. I think he potentially would have wiped that army a lot easier. He just would clobber all those infantry really, really fast, and he potentially would have won. The recurve bow and the death ball cannot be underestimated. But let's look at this real quick. We'll wrap this up. So we have a ton of resources connected on the Khitans. So we can see literally 23,000 more food. Huge. Relic gold, SML ended up picking up those relics really good. So let's see. Can I? Oops, I don't want that. I want this one. I have this all set up wrong too. I don't know why I have I'll have to adjust the settings. Anyway, let me go ahead and switch us to the tracker. And I have this little tracking sheet. It's pardon the awful. Like maybe I should make these bigger. Can I make this bigger? There we go. So all it is it's a sheet with the a place to track each civ and when they have played them. So for example, SML Khitans, he played it in game 1, win. Gonna need this wider, I guess. And Ranzin in game 1, loss. Excellent. So that's game 1. I've got some more coming up, and hopefully we're going to mow through these over this winter season. They've promised to play a bunch of these, knock out a couple of them each time they play. I would love to see this. We might end up in the weird place if this runs too long, which sometimes happens with our little games, that we end up with us suddenly having more civs when the new civs come out next year. That if it's like, I think it's March or April, that suddenly our tiebreaker could be that we have the 3 civs and it goes to 53 games. But we'll see. I would not be surprised if we end up pretty darn close to that 25-25. It'd be spectacular if we end up with a 25-25 and have to do a tiebreaker. But we'll see. I'm going to end here. Man, I'm really good at this.